Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Saray from Saray Plans, and in this video I'm going to be walking you through how I set up my notes page in my Erin Condren life planner. So while I haven't been the most consistent as it relates to how I set up my notes page every single month, I feel like now I'm getting the handle on how I really want to approach it every single one. And before I get started with showing you how I'm setting this one up, I want to walk you through what I've done in the prior month, year to date. So flipping through all the way back to the month of January, you can see how I set up this page during this month. In the top, I had my main goals or major to-dos for the month, and then on the bottom half, I documented some highlights or things that I wanted to remember that happened in January. One thing that does have been consistent is the stickers, the main stickers that I use to indicate the month that I'm on, as well as the quote on the bottom of the page. And those are from the Erin Condren monthly sticker book. And that's where I got the January script, as well as the notes that you see, or the quotes rather, that you see at the bottom of the page. And every single month has a similar setup. Moving on to February, again, the same scripts at the top, and then I sort of started breaking it down by category of major things that I wanted to do, work, and orders that I had pending, as well as some memory keeping at the bottom of the page, and I added some pictures as well from highlights for the month. Looking at March, I sort of fell off the wagon on this one. I started breaking it down by two major categories, personal and work. And I really didn't do much more with this page. I was pretty busy during that time. In April, I added a couple of additional categories in addition to personal and work. Those were home and family events or fun events that I wanted to ensure we got done this month. So the last completed monthly page that I have was for last month, the month of May, and I sort of kept the same theme with the four categories of personal, home, work, and family, and I added a little bit of washi for some flair and a couple of extra stickers. Okay, so we're now in the current month, June, and I'm going to be setting up this page. So I'm going to be using the same Erin Condren sticker sheet that belongs to the June script or the lettering that I added to this page to add a little bit of extra flair. So I'll be using this green washi strip to add it across the top to add a little bit of something extra to the page for decoration. So to make it a little bit more decorative, I'm going to just snip a little bit of the ends and make it into more of a page flag before I place it down. So I'll just go ahead and add it here next to the month of June across the top, and then snip the ends, which I can, I'll plan on using that little bit of washi in this page as well. For my main categories, I'm going to be using these event stickers from Erin Condren. I've probably had these stickers since 2015. They're really, really old, but I refuse to throw away stickers. I definitely find and make use of a lot of different stickers, and I try to get creative with them as much as possible. So I'm just going to go ahead and place these two here, and I'm going to then work on adding my list before I add the other two at the bottom, depending on how long my list will be. I'm also going to add these two flip-flops at the end just for a little extra decoration. The first two categories that I'll work on are personal and work. So I'm going to go ahead and be setting up my goals or major to-do list for the month for these two categories. One of my planner must-haves is definitely a stencil because I love to make a lot of lists and I love to use a stencil to ensure that I get perfect squares. And you've probably seen me use this stencil before, and it is from Happy Place Planning on Etsy. Unfortunately, I don't believe her shop is open at this point, but I'm sure you can find a similar stencil, or even Erin Condren has a stencil which has also a couple of different square options that you can use in order to get those perfect lists. So I have quite a few goals that I want to get completed for this month, and one of them is definitely getting this book finished. I've been trying to read this book since January. It's not that great, but I've sort of been forcing myself to read it. So that's why it's probably taking so long. Once I'm done, I'm really looking forward to moving into the next book. The other goals that I have is to sign up for a 5K and start a 5K training. And I've been really putting this one off quite a bit. So I definitely want to get on this and start making some progress. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my other two categories of home and family or fun events that we want to get done for the month. And I was thinking about adding some additional stickers, but I couldn't really find one that will really fit, or it wasn't too overpowering, I guess, for the spread. So I opted not to add anything. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep the two that I've added at the top and just add the rest of my goals for my home and family categories. One major project that I definitely want to attack pretty soon is to organize our spices. This project has been on my to-do list for, I kid you not, probably about 5 years. It's so embarrassing. But I have a ton of different size containers and I can't really find what I need, and or I end up buying double of the same things that I already have because it's not organized in a consistent way. So if you would like a video on how I'm planning on organizing the spices and the supplies that I'm using, etc., that's definitely going to be helping me because it'll be more accountability to actually get it done, and you might get some ideas on how I plan on doing that. All right, so I'm almost done with setting up the page, but I'm going to go ahead and use that little bit of strip of washi that I had left over from the top portion that I added. And again, I'm going to snip the ends and make it into a little page flag. And how I'm going to be using this is sort of a separator. So I do have some space on the bottom. And similarly to what I did with the February page, I want to go ahead and use the bottom portion to document some memories overall, or some highlights from the month that I definitely want to be able to recall. Well, there you have it, guys. Here's my June monthly page already completed with all of my goals and major to-dos. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be linking all of the products used as available in the description section, but if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you next time.